Hello, students of class 7. So, we are doing the chapter number 2, which is nutrition in animals. So, in the chapter, we have learned about heterotrophic nutrition. Students, you must all know that heterotrophic nutrition is a mode of nutrition in which the organism is dependent on plants for their nutrition, right? They're dependent on plants for the nutrition, and that mode of nutrition is known as what? Heterotrophic nutrition. And those animals are known as what? Heterotrophs. Those animals which consume their nutrition through heterotrophic nutrition is known as what? Heterotrophs. Now, students, we have already studied that animals are classified into what? Three types: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores are those which consumes only plants. Carnivores are those which eat only meat, and omnivores are those which eat both meat, that means animals, as well as plants. Now see, students, next part is what? We have to learn about holozoic nutrition. Now see, student, holozoic nutrition is a part of heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition can be divided into three parts, that is holozoic nutrition, saprophytism, and parasitism. Now students, saprophytism and parasitism is not there in your syllabus, so we will only study about holozoic nutrition in this part. Now what is holozoic nutrition? The kind of nutrition where food is taken into the body as a liquid or solid and then further broken down is called what? Holozoic nutrition. All of you write down this definition in your copy, okay, or mark this in the book only, because this is a very important definition. Now students, see, type of nutrition in which food is taken into the body as a form of solid or liquid. How do we consume our food? We consume our food as solid or liquid into our body. How do we take it? Through our mouth, right? And then what do? We break down the food in our mouth, then it goes to our intestine. In the intestine, what? Digestion happens, all these things happens, right? So this process is known as what? Holozoic nutrition. Now you will ask that, sir, okay, all animals do like this only, then why there are three different types of heterotrophic nutrition? Because see, the way we consume food or animals consume food is not the same how all the animals consume food. There are small organisms, microorganisms, which don't consume the food the way we do, but that is a different topic of discussion. In your senior classes, whenever it will come in your topic, you should study about that. But in this class, in this chapter, we'll study about what? Holozoic nutrition. Now students, holozoic nutrition is found in most of the animals. The most of the animals you see around you exhibit what type of nutrition? Holozoic type of nutrition, in which food is taken inside the body and then further broken down to generate what? Generate nutrition or say energy. Now nutrition can be in holozoic nutrition can be divided into how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, right? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and addition. So in the last class we have studied about ingestion. What is ingestion? Ingestion is a process by which the food is taken inside the body. Okay. Now next is digestion. What is digestion? See, the food that we take, the animals eat, cannot be used directly to generate energy, to get energy, right? Cannot directly used to get energy. This has to be broken down into simpler substances that can be easily absorbed. This process of breaking down of complex food into simpler substances is known as digestion. The food that we take in through ingestion cannot be directly used to generate energy, right? To be able to generate energy from the food, we have to break the food into simpler substances by use of different enzymes, and that process is known as what? Digestion. Okay. Now next, what is there? There is absorption. Now that the process of digestion have broken down the food into simpler substances, we have to, our body tissues have to absorb the food. Now in this absorption process, what has happened? The process by which digested food move into the blood and cells of body is called absorption. Okay. Now what happened? Through ingestion we have taken in the food. Through digestion we have broken down the food into simpler substances. By absorption, what we have done? We have absorbed that thing in our body. What is assimilation? As now that we have absorbed those nutrients in our body, we have to use those nutrients to generate what? Generate energy. And that process by which absorbed food is used by the body to generate energy and carry out its life functions is called what? Assimilation. বুজি পাইছেনে? Assimilationটো কি হৈছে? সেই জমা হোৱা নিউট্ৰিয়েণ্টছবিলাক we use, how we use that process is known as what? Assimilation. And the last process is what? Addition. What is addition? Addition is a process where all the food that we eat, all the food is not digested. Some amount of the food is digested and some amount of food is discharged out of the body. The process by which undigested food and waste is sent out of the body is called addition, right? Through the use, maybe it can be by fecal matter or can be urine. But by the process of all this, the unwanted food, the food which is not digested, is taken out of the body. That is. Now students, let's learn about nutrition in amoeba. Okay, now see, amoeba is an unicellular organism. What do you mean by unicellular organism? Unicellular means, uni means one. A one cell organism is known as a unicellular organism. You have must learn about unicellular and multicellular organism. Unicellular are the animals which have only one cell, and multicellular are those which have many cells. For example, we humans are multicellular organisms because we have so many cells inside our body. These unicellular organisms are very small organisms that are not visible to the naked eye. We need a microscope to look at these animals because they are just only one cell, no? In the other hands, we humans or any other animals, they have multicellular organisms and lakhs and crores of cells, right? This amoeba, which is a unicellular organism, feeds on bacteria, microscopic algae and other unicellular organism. Okay, it is a unicellular organisms and it consumes other unicellular organisms like bacteria, microscopic algae. Okay, and how it moves? It moves using finger like projections known as what? Pseudopodia. It have finger like projections known as pseudopodia, and by the help of those it moves its body. It doesn't have a leg like us, or it doesn't have a mouth like us. It is just only one cell. How does it move? It moves by the use of finger like projections known as what? Pseudopodia. Now students, let's learn step by step how nutrition in amoeba takes place. Okay, step 1, what is this? This is an amoeba. Okay, step 2, what? An amoeba and its food. Suppose, see, an amoeba is there and it has seen a food. A food is there which comes near the amoeba. What it does is it extends its finger like projections known as what? Known as pseudopodia. It have extended its finger like projections, right? You can see the food comes near, it extends its finger like projections known as pseudopodia. Now what happens? An amoeba with the engulfed food. What is meant by engulfed? Means it extends its fingers and then it closes it, surrounds the food. Okay, after surrounding the food like this, they have surrounded the food, right? After surrounding the food, an amoeba the amoeba is digesting the food by using of what? It secretes some enzymes. With the help of those enzymes, what happens? This food that the amoeba has surrounded started to digest, and after it is digested, what happens? Whatever is required nutrients are assimilated inside the amoeba, and whatever is not required is given out of the body in the form of what? In the form of addition. Okay, you can see all the processes here. First of all, what is this? This process is known as what? This process is known as ingestion, where it is taking the food inside. Okay, this is what? This is the process of digestion. The amoeba is digesting the food, and after digesting it, after assimilation, after absorption and assimilation, what does it do? It does addition. That means whatever food is not required or the undigested food is sent out, and this is how digestion in amoeba takes place. I hope you have understood digestion in amoeba. I'll send you one more video, YouTube video. Kindly watch that video to better understand the digestion in amoeba. In the next class, students will study about nutrition in humans. So students, thank you very much. Goodbye. See you in the next class.